OK, we talked about goals a lot today. And Jamie Vardy, we showed the goals from midweek. He scored 110, as we mentioned, in the Premier League. But 10 years ago, he was doing this for Stocksbridge Park Steels.
Garner's in there. Tries a shot. That's a decent
assist.
ball out. Look at these players from Stocksbridge. Needs to play it left. Brings it inside. Oh, what a good goal. What a good goal. He brought it from his own half. Walls through the defence, and it was number 11, I think, Jamie Vardy.
It's one of those furiously looking for his name on the team sheet. That was Vardy scoring against FC United of Manchester, the club that was formed in 2005, you'll remember, in opposition to the Glazers' ownership of Manchester United. And they've had a really impressive rise since then. Tonight, they face Darren Moore's Doncaster in the FA Cup.
The idea of FC United had been brewing for a number of years through dissatisfaction with how the Premier League was going, and it wasn't the matchday experience that we all knew anymore.
We all went to United home and away in the day. Europe, Barcelona was a great day out and things like that, and it just got too expensive.
The straw that broke the camel's back for supporters was the Glazer takeover at Old Trafford.
A group of people decided there's a better way to do this, where we can all be fans again and not customers.
Some supporters got together in a curry house, came up with the idea of another club.
It's ours, we helped build it. Like, I actually did a bit of labour in here when we was building it, so I did a brick over in that corner there.
It's run by the fans. We're all owners, we're all members. You get a vote, you get a say in the matters of the club.
They don't feel like a number, they feel like a part of the club.
The sense of pride and achievement in putting a team on the field every Saturday. It's nice to win, but when we don't win, still when we turn out for a game, it's a statement that fans can run football clubs, and we've been doing it for 15 years now. The early days were great fun. A few thousand Reds marauding around mill towns of Lancashire, being able to go to games in the way that we had when we were young.
It's like going back 30 years watching United, you know what I mean? It's like on the terraces, having a beer on the terraces with your mates, meeting your mates. Who else would you be doing? Out shopping with the missus? Nah.
Get off his shirt!
It was exciting, there were so many people on board. It was just this big new thing that we knew we could do.
I think in those days it wasn't that serious. You know, as we went up the leagues, it started becoming a bit more serious. Now it is today, but in those days it was all about having fun, enjoying ourselves. After all the shackles of the Premiership, we had this ability just to turn up and have so much fun at these small towns and small grounds.
Well, it was already loud inside this stadium, and it's just got a whole lot louder.
It was an amazing night at Rochdale. Of course, we all went there. There's about 3,500 United fans there that night, and the place was absolutely bouncing.
In towards Deegan here, real chance. Well, can you believe it?
I was lucky enough to be in '99 in the Nou Camp to watch Manchester United win the treble. I think that night at Rochdale probably ranks alongside that.
I don't remember much of it, there was a lot of beer drunk that day.
Oh, amazing! What a strike that was!
Somehow we turned them over. It was an amazing night, absolutely amazing.
It's Norton! Incredible!
The place erupted, people were on the pitch. I mean, it's the complete probably opposite of what we're going to have on Saturday, unfortunately, with no fans in the ground.
The 12th man thing in football is a cliche, but I think most teams who play us here would tell you that we do have a 12th man, most of them on this terrace here.
You know, the fans love it when FC score, love it when FC win, but FC could lose a game by 4-5-0 and they'll be cheering to the end. And one of the great things that FC has had in the last few weeks is 600 fans max, but sometimes you just wouldn't know that it isn't 2,000.
1 week we can have 600 in and we follow every precautionary step, and then the following week, because we do well in the FA Cup, we can't have fans in. You know, to me it's ludicrous, to be honest, but you know, we won't let that affect us. We'll get our preparations right. We know that we're in for a huge game of football against Doncaster Rovers.
Neil Reynolds is such a strong manager, he's as hard as nails, and he'll get them in the right frame of mind. We know there'll be FC fans watching, obviously, on the TV, and they'll be gathered together where they're allowed to, in whatever bubbles they're allowed to, and there will be a spirit that I think will feed through.
To win on Saturday, it'd be, I can't even put it into words, I'd have an endless smile on my face.
It's going to be very, very tough, but who knows? It's the glory of the FA Cup, eh? That's what it's about. You never know.
And that game is live on BBC Two tonight. They are the largest fan-owned football club in the country. There's a model there, isn't there, for others to follow? They've had great success over the last few years.
Well, especially now in the lives that we're living in at the moment, most definitely. I think it's the great thing about them is you would hope that everybody's pulling in the same direction, and obviously the more success they get, the better it is. But it's just a fab story.
This is their rise over the last few years. You can see sort of the way they've moved up through the various tiers of English football. Now here they are once again in the FA Cup. They're the Northern Premier, of course, at the moment. And Karen, I think the interesting thing from a Doncaster point of view is you might have seen in the papers and in the news in the last few sort of 24 hours. Darren Moore, who's the boss of Doncaster, is self-isolating because they played AFC Wimbledon and there's been coronavirus in the team there. And the entire coaching staff at Donny Rovers aren't at the game tonight because they're all self-isolating. So actually, Andy Butler, who's the boss of the Doncaster Bells, is going to be in charge for this FA Cup game tonight.
No pressure, absolute no pressure at all. But, you know, it's again, difficult situation, but he's going to have to step in and just let them go and express themselves. They know what they're up against as players. You know what you've got to go and do, and he's just got to give a quick team talk, and hopefully they do the job for him.
His coach driver's not the assistant, is he?
Well, the thing is, we're used to doing these first-round FA Cup ties with a big crowd crammed in. Tonight, I'm going to be there with Micah and with Alex, and I think there's more people from the BBC than are on the pitch, I think. So,
you mean you think?
We'll see. We'll see what happens. One game in the FA Cup for you last night. Laura's already told us